Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. I am exhausted today. Still didn't get everything I needed done to get done. Just getting back on from this morning. So I wasn't on earlier. And tomorrow morning I have some other things to attend to. But don't mind me. I'm just stirring the crock of shit that everybody's been fed since I got here and as I took a sabbatical. God, it never fucking ceases. God, oh God, oh God. It's too easy. It's too easy. You know what? I'm even thinking about going deeper in the stir and be like calling out the players who's recently referred to BIS. Oh, you fuckers got it coming. You have it coming. Mystic will do it. Oh, I'll do it. They don't fucking know numbers at all. At all. Okay? They don't. Here's the thing. A metrics is a great tool. And that's why me and my friend was like, do you think they'll ever allow a full parser in this game? My dude was like, yeah, right. Because we know how that goes. I'm like, right, it gets really toxic. And for anybody who is not aware, a full parser, when you parse something, you utilize metrics, but a parser, like a full version of a parser, allows me to, when I'm in a group, even look at your rotation. Not just your stats, not just your damage output, but literally detail by detail. It's pretty toxic, to be honest. Right? It can be pretty toxic. And certain games have banned those type of, add-ons. Because, it gets pretty gross. And ZOS has never allowed a full implementation of that design. Now, they have it. ZeniMax has an internal, parser. Like, literally, as you're playing, they can pull you up and literally see everything, in real time. Right? They have access to those tool sets. Most companies do. So, to allow the community to have it, though, that's just a little bit too much. So, but when we break down everything, I always say goes back to what? Tooltip and scale factor. I've never called anything best in slot in this game. Why? Because it's open-ended. You guys got to understand this is not a linear game. It's not like World of Warcraft. It's not like Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy, even in that context, players don't refer to their top tier gear as BIS, but there will be optional pieces at that level where your tier progression is separate from like a slottable. And that slottable is optional between, different pieces. And then that stat boost cannot be thus achieved higher at a higher value. Thus, it gets a BIS. Bam. It's not the sets. Okay? It's not sets. Right? Your set isn't your BIS. It's like, I have my top tier gear. I have my legendary. Is that my best in slot? Typically, no. My relic, my, cloak, things like that. That's a best in slot. Why? Because it doesn't typically pertain to my my sets bonus. Right? It's a separate entity. Thus, it gets a BIS. Now, you'll be like, well, that's like that in here. No, because everything's set bonus. We have set bonuses. We have in different values. Every game does, but a lot of games you can't control it. Farming transmutations, of course. Oh, telling you. It's farm for me. I don't care what we do. Just pick something and go. Alright. I don't even know what the dailies are. It just was like, I'm just going to jump in. I am exhausted. And I know. I stir up a lot of shit sometimes. I know I do. You know?
What delightful folly is this? The Kingdoms have enlisted an outsider to face me? You fools have fallen so low!
Come on.
There are easier ways to prove your bravery, mortal. Turn back, or you'll share the Keeper's fate.
Oh man. It's gonna be one of those days, ladies and gentlemen.
Arudor! See to him!
By the Empyrean light.
It's not. I thought it was. It's okay, go on, man. Chest here? Is there a chest? I thought something. I was like, wait a minute. Whatever. We found her.
See her.
Heavy sack.
We'll need her before the day is done.
She's going to be fun, the little restoration magic. We should be considering how to handle the High Kinlord.
Even if we defeat him, how do we contain him? He's already escaped once. If we could control Daedric magic, perhaps this wouldn't have happened. What do you think, Sirion? Fight fire with fire?
Stay your tongue, Veranil.
Stay your tongue, Veranil.
Like even thinking it. Does the High Kinlord think he is
All right.
How amusing.
How amusing.
Haven't you noticed that
Indeed, how amusing. Harold, stir the pot, man. Absolutely. Stir it. Ow. Ow. I do it good, though, too, don't I? Don't I do it good? I do it so good. You know, here's the thing. You know, they ignored principles, man. They have it coming. They deserve it. Honestly. In all honesty, they deserve what's coming. Here's my recommendation. Recant now while you can. Or Mystic's coming for you. And it's not going to be pretty. Recant your bis bullshit ways, or I'm coming for you. And it will be nasty. Because you don't know the numbers. All you know how to do is read a metrics because you don't know what you're inputting. The metrics just spits numbers out. It doesn't, like, you're not inputting anything. You actually have to know the numbers to understand what the metrics are pushing out. Now, right now, my metrics isn't working, unfortunately. I think that's a good and a bad thing for me, personally. Bad because I really want it. Good because I'm a previous toxic player. I lived and died by metrics. But I knew what I was inputting in metrics. I understood that the metrics is only going to push out, give me results based on what I'm doing, It's not going to be like, that gear is not good enough, So you might want to try this. The metrics isn't going to tell me that. I need to know that. I need to know how to do the math and the numbers for the metrics to say, hey, good job, man. Great job, dude. Looks fucking good.
Nonsense. I'm sure a word.
All right? That goes back to fundamentals. You can't, whatever. It is what it is. Ice reach.
Not enough. What are you waiting?
No, that was the daily. Oh, well. The vaults. My dude's been wanting that. So we'll probably be in there later tonight. Alright. But I need a couple more transmutations. We're finishing builds up, trying to get everything lined up. Yes, you do. Thank you, Harold. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. But it comes with experience, man. It's just, like I said, I mean, I was fortunate because when I was young, my background's really weird in many ways. But, when I was in school, I took all business courses. That's kind of what I took 4 years of accounting, and I wanted to, I wanted to be like an elite ass, a douchebag. The kind of people you hate in life. The ones that are like insanely very wealthy and they don't give a fuck and they're just, they're exploiting a system for what it is. And they will only worry about capital gain, that's the type. I wanted to do corporate takeovers, things like that. That's what I was studying to do. I got recruited at a very young age out of college. And so I didn't finalize my degree, but I passed my state exams. Things getting a little hectic. I ended up, doing side jobs too. And then I worked for a telecommunication company with financial products and services. That wasn't, it was like, okay, you guys are, and then I was one of their top performers. And they're like, wow, you do really good. No, you're working financing products and services. This is everything I've studied. I mean, add a little psychology to it. Tell people what they want to hear. Okay. That's, whatever. And then all of a sudden, things just weren't really what I expected or what I wanted, how things were going to be played out. And next thing you know, I was a big D&D nerd, Dungeons and Dragons nerd. And then next thing you know, I got into video gaming. I was always into video gaming. I had the old Pong game. Remember the old Pong? You know what I'm saying? The old console Pong, not the game Pong, the console Pong. Ah, shit, wrong ulti. But yeah, then I went from that to the Atari. I had both Atari versions. Well, there was a couple of different models, but the more popular, the Nintendo, Sega, not the Genesis, the old Sega. I played on the Commodore, my friends, but I also played PC a lot. So, and yeah, I was just always into something, I guess, different. Whatever. Like, I don't want to rag on people's builds. That's not the point. You know, I'm not trying to rag on people's builds or none of that shit. What I'm trying to rag on is their misconception that they think they know the game. And like, oh, we know the numbers. No, you don't. You never fucking did. You don't. You're fucking morons, man. And the fact that I have to fucking break this down for people because you guys continue to ignore math just is more disturbing, man. That's how I was able to do everything I wanted to do. Besides ESO, you know, making it where you can do it. Every class can play every role. I knew the numbers. Everybody's like, why aren't you trying for this and that? And I'm like, I'll lose DPS is why. Most of the time. Yes, I can gain some in some configurations with those weapons. I'm aware of that, yes. But I'm also aware, like when they took the critical value off of proc sets, like, really you didn't need to have procs. You could just literally stat and literally get more bang out of your buck out of all your abilities across the board. Literally, to this day, you can do that. You can. No, because of the scale factor, which I've proven. Once again, I feel like I have to go over fucking everything in this game. And then the content creator's like, oh, we covered this. If you had, why we got people doing the dumbest shit? Why? Why? For God fucking sake, why? Why are there players referring to BIS? Why are there players fucking ignoring diminishing returns? Why in the fuck? Why? Why? It's just a question. If you're educating people and doing your job, because it is your job, it's your job, then why are they still making these mistakes? Why? After 7 years of this game being out, you're still comparing it to a linear game. You're still chasing something that doesn't exist. Here's my recommendation for the content creators. If you don't want me on your shit list, get it right this time around. Because I'm coming for you. I'm coming for your ass. Okay? Just kite him in. Like, I still remember when I was the first to win the orbs. I remember, hit my balls. People are like, what? I'm like, hit my fucking balls, man. Hit them. Remember? That was me. When people made fun of me, they made fun of me for rocking a 2H. Remember? My dog. Now it's just a popularity contest, right? But now, we've got people doing the most dumb things. Oh my god. Let's stack it. Let's do it. I don't think so. Like, people didn't think fucking base damage would increase critical damage. I'm like, what the fuck are you, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Holy fuck. You know what I blame? I blame our government, all of them. Not just one side, everything. All of it. All of it.
Bring their heads to the queen.
People just spreading mass stupidity everywhere. Jesus, man, these kids these days. I thought my generation was going to be terrible. Man, I see. They need to play a little Dungeons and Dragons. Do old school math. Write it down. Study some economics. It's good for you. You'll be in a much better state of mind after all you do is look at numbers all fucking day long. Take some accounting, take some economics, and stare at numbers all day. It'll be good for you, I promise. And after you see a reoccurrence, a pattern between certain, variables, you'll be like, wait, isn't that strange? Isn't it though? Isn't it? Isn't it just a coinky dink? Oh my god. Why is that happening? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Gotta do more research. Alright. Line them up. Line them up. I'm coming for you. You have the audacity, the fucking nuts, to ignore math, plug away at some dumbass fucking metrics that only knows how to read out what you put in when you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Talk stupid shit, and then call yourself a fucking content creator. The audacity. This is why we used to make fun of people who watched this type of shit back in the day. When YouTube first started doing this, I remember we were playing MMOs, and it started becoming a thing, and we actually laughed our nuts off at one time. But it really did take off. These guides, all of this stuff. And some of it fairly was good. Some of it. And then it just started getting dumber and dumber and dumber. And I never, like I said, I didn't want to be one. I was like, well, who takes that shit serious? Half of them don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're just, yeah, so we're going to go ahead. And I'm like, dude, why are you listening to that dude? I don't even see him, like, you know, whatever. What the fuck, yo? And, so, all of a sudden, though, this game was out of control with content, the content creation, man. It was fucking out of control. And I had to step in. I had to. I didn't have a choice. Pain in my ass. There was a pain in my ass. You know, dealing with it at first. Not the community who watched me, but the players I had to play with. God, it was such a pain in my ass. Dude, what the fuck are you doing? You cute as a healer, and you're a Nightblade. Yeah. I'm aware. Well, why don't you leave? Why don't you let me heal and shut the fuck up? Tell you what. We don't clear this, then you can feel free to kick my ass out. If we get through it, you admit you're wrong. They still never admitted they're wrong. Whatever. I don't care. But it was a pain. We battled through it. We got through it. Eventually, the community has come to this understanding that, oh my god, every class can play every role. Shocker. No, it's Elder Scrolls, you dipshits. God. But wait a minute. Where's the infamous Biss? Oh. Fucking morons. I'm telling you. I'm coming. I'm coming.
There's an urgent task for you.
Ain't gonna be pretty. You get one chance. One. I'd recant it now. I've done it before, but this time, oh boy, I will set it. I will make people examples.
You're right.
I will make examples out of motherfuckers. Believe it. Get rid of your garbage. It stinks. Okay? It really does smell. It reeks. Which one is that? I wanted to check that out. Anyways. Like I said, I'm not going to rag on anybody's build. It's not my intention. So, I'm not coming after your build. I'm coming after you. I can get rid of that too. Don't make me do it. Save yourself the embarrassment. Especially if you have a shitload of subs. I would really hate for those people to think less of you. I can literally respect you as a content creator if you just just keep the course. Provide content that's relevant. Stop getting into stuff that you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. You want to do metrics? Do metrics. You want to come out with builds? Come out with builds. You want to come out with walkthroughs? Do it. You know, I'm not going to bash on any of that. None of it. Zero. But when you start talking like, this is BIS, or we're going to put, this is the best race, or this is the best class, or this, or that, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
I feel mine. Not enough. What are you waiting?
And somebody's got to do it. I'll be the bad guy, sure. I have no qualms about it. I'll even sleep better at night knowing somebody's doing something about it. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it. I don't. So don't make me. Okay? Don't make me do it. Because I will.
Did you get it? Did your invitation arrive?
And then you motherfuckers picked on certain content creators. You motherfuckers, not my viewers, but these fuckers picked on certain content creators that didn't align with their way. So every content creator should, you know, just provide the same shit at all times. Right? No. No, not at all. There are certain players I appreciate their insight, their content, even if it doesn't, you know what I'm saying, align with mine. But here's the thing, I'm not going to go ahead and rag on their build or what they're providing the players, so long as it doesn't misinform or come across a way to players that isn't, you know, factual.
Conrad, a word.
You know, that's just the simplicity of it all. You know, there are great builds, there are great content out there by a number of individuals. So I'm not against that at all. I'm not opposed to any of that. Perspective, insight, none of it. How they do builds, or if they're you know, any type of thing. What I oppose is just misinformation and fucking straight out bullshit. You know, this isn't linear. It's just not. It was never designed as a linear game. I'm sorry. Okay, the progression system in this game is literally the content in which ZOS provides. That is the progression. The progression is what? You know, the story, the trials, the dungeons, you know, reconfiguring builds. That's the progression system. That is the progression system. I can't put it in any other way. You know, you're playing content. All right. Skill point.
My patience grows thin, sister.
We've had our differences, but when have you ever known me to be wrong?
Yes. Yes, I suppose that's true.
I suppose that's true.
A good question. It's very old.
Yeah. Like, look at this. I remember when people laughed at me for coming out with the stamina version of a Warden Healer. Oh my god, Mystic. And remember, I was the first one to be like, powerful assault stacks. Because Zoss didn't imply the same fucking buff as spell power cure. Who would have thought? I didn't really think that fucking they put it on tanks. I should have known, but whatever. But yeah, it stacks. It's crazy. Alright.
The two thrones will be joined. Right now.
Revealed the rifts. Destroy them.
Chest, baby. And like I said, I don't think I'm better than anybody. It's just, this is something that, you know, I'm very much aware of. I took testing serious when I tested for companies because at one time it's what I held on to. All right. My one time my life was a little upside down. And the only thing I had to look forward to was trying to find a way to fuck up somebody's game. And that's what I did, you know, trying to find the shit that shouldn't even happen in a game. All right? That's all I kind of, you know, did. I was just like, you know, yeah, man, hand it over to me, man. We'll see what we can do. Okay, I'm actually going to use my Warden heal on this versus Warworn.
The scroll is here.
Because for some reason, this one can always be whatever.
This is where I left it. Give me a moment.
Don't touch it.
You'll see.
The Elder
scroll! It's not ready! Don't touch it!
The scroll is mine.
Kill them all!
As you wish, Emperor. I need aid! I had hoped the scroll was wrong about Clivia. Go, find the Empress Regent. Prepare for battle! Smash those rifts or be overwhelmed! Has revealed the rifts. Destroy them!
I especially love it when somebody's like, this class does it better, and they've never played another class, or that their healers have never tried that, or their other tanks, or whatever. Man, I really love those people. Like, they actually know for sure. Oh my god. We totally get it. Oh, I'm like, holy fuck, man. And it's just annoying, man. It's still such an annoyance.
The plane meld is as majestic as it is terrible.
Like,
I guess
like you could actually have a lot of fun with this game. Holy shit, you could have a blast. If you start accepting, you know, like I said, look at it from this perspective. Now, don't think of it of what classes, you know, what can't you do on this game? That becomes the question.
Battles ahead.
That becomes the question. That's how I look at it. Holy fuck. What is my limitations in this game? That's the only thing I want to know. Like, seriously.
Stay calm. Everything you see is just your mind trying to make sense of merging realities. This won't end well for you, Your Majesty. Leave the scroll. Stop this.
You underestimate me, wretch.
Wretch.
I will burn your very souls. How much can you endure?
My spell has revealed the rifts. Destroy them.
There are flames enough for all. Let the heat take you. I'm one with the fire of Cold Harbor. Death of me.
After her. The time has come. You must face her before she slays us all.
She's gonna slay us all.
destined to face Clivia Tharn.
And I like the fact that the devs actually did decide to do what?
I have the Elder Scroll. The Flame Elderverse begins. Die! You cannot stop Lord Ball's will. Reduce the mortals to dust.
Waited as long as I could before opening this portal. The scroll said I'd be skewered if... Never mind. I'll take this. Follow me!
I will follow you.
I'm sorry. Tomorrow is the white gold. Not entirely.
All right. Okay. So, I think people are starting to get it again. Okay. Mystic kind of knows what the hell he's doing, and he means business. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I'm going to repeat this one last time. Recant your bullshit. Recant it. Officially. Or I'm coming for your ass. Capiche? And yes, I will prove it with math and numbers and shit that is over your head. Don't blame me for what you all read. You can kiss my ass because you don't know class. I swear to God. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to do this. I thought when I'd walk away, the player, the community would had, evolved, not devolve. Evolve into understanding, wait a minute, wait, time out. I'm putting on these two different setups and I'm almost getting the same output. But if I get a different one, why is that happening? Why is this number relevant? Those are questions you should be asking, not like, the metrics said, look at the metrics, and yeah, we did this, and it looks good. No, you need to start asking yourself, okay, wait a minute, time out. So I put this on. Here's a modifier, and can I make up that value? Or is it, due to this race or that trait? Let's try to transfer it. Let's see if we get the majority output. No, we don't, majority of the time, because of the passives, class passives, racial structure, right? Of course. And now, let's see if we can add a secondary set to this set, or switch it up. And let's see how we get it. That's how my brain works in this game. Constantly. It's churning at all times. Churning. The more you ask questions, the more you find answers. And the more you find answers, you don't settle for just results. It's good. And then because you're so, happy with those results, anything less than that, then guess what? It's not acceptable. Well, maybe because you didn't take time to dive deeper. It's a thought. It's a thought. But it would actually take somebody with intellect, right, to question that, to challenge it, to pursue it. Food for thought. Thank you, Harold, for stopping in. Thank you to my subscribers for bearing with me. I know it can be a tad bit much at times. But honestly, you guys, I don't know how you guys kept dealing with this. I don't get it. I don't, that's one thing I don't understand. Like why, how could people want to deal with it? I don't get it. I just don't. I don't understand how people want to be, compliant to ignorance. I don't get it. I just never got that shit. I say, question everything. I tell you all, question me. Don't believe me. Check it out for yourself. Don't even believe me. Challenge it. Every flipping day. Challenge it. That's healthy. Okay? As always, though, I want to thank everybody. I'm Mr. Craven. This is Mystic Sam MMOs. Have a nice day, everybody.